And hopefully that background noise isn't loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another rousing episode of Twitch Talk, your destination for news, information, and analysis. Well, not memes, jokes, and banter about the Twitch world. Fun stuff. I'm Ian J. Barker, and of course joining me is Syra Muller on the left side of the desk, your right. And we've got a couple of excellent guests for you today. We're very excited about this show, and to introduce them, we've got a little highlight reel of some of their best stream moments.
Oh, green gems. If you want to be friends with BennyFits, just hit the follow button. Then we are friends with BennyFits. Why are you so many when Benny is only Benny? Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I wear the coolest clothes I can. And I'm Benny. Everything I wear is Benny.
What are you doing there, chicken? Oh, he ate the chicken! Okay, so then I can go here, and then we can go and kill ourselves. Yay! We did it! Oh man, like, I have to walk around like nobody told me. Facepalm. So much facepalm. And I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I did a thing.
So, of course, a big warm welcome to our fabulous guests, BennyFits and Kintinue, who are laughing at some of their better moments. Guys, how are you doing this wonderful day?
Wonderful. How are you?
We're good. We're good. Benny, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Are you in the sixth dimension, or is that the fifth dimension behind you? I actually can't tell.
This is a choice of a new generation.
Expect more of that throughout the show, folks. We're very excited to have Benny and Kintinue on. Both a couple of very, very positive, sort of positive vibe streamers. We're very excited to have them on, and we're talking a little bit about the show. We've actually talked a lot before the show, which is a cardinal rule: never use your best material for the show. So let's see if we can recapture some of that magic, guys. Well, let's start with you, Kintinue. Let's talk a little bit about the beginning. How did you get started in streaming?
Well, I used to do YouTube and goofed around on there for a while. My fiance thought it would be a good idea. And over time, he's like, you really should do Twitch. And I was like, I don't know. No, please, no. Like, that's scary, no. And then he convinced me to, and I sat for months with just me, one of our game developer friends, and him in the chat, and that was it. And we would just sit there, and I'd play whatever and just goof around, but I never used a webcam. And I didn't use a webcam at all until July 12th, and that's when I went full-time and was like, all right, I don't care, I'll show my face now. And that's how we got started. So, yeah. It's not super exciting. It was just something I wanted to do and something I wanted to try, and then I fell in love with it. And now I don't ever want to stop.
I mean, starting something new is always exciting.
Yeah.
Especially when you're putting yourself out there on the big scary internet. That can certainly be a challenge. Benny, let's talk to you. First of all, how did you get started in streaming? And talk to us a little bit about the idea behind your stream and what sort of motivates you to keep going.
Oh, let me consult my lawyer. This information. Okay, so let's see. I watch some Twitch, but I see that the people a lot of times they just yell at everybody, and that just didn't seem right. So Benny watched some other guys, mostly guys that play like Pokemon, and they were like really nice, and then he was like, I want to be nice too. So Benny was like, I wonder how you do this, and then when the grandma got him a computer, and when they figure it out, like search the web, find the stuff, and lucky me, there was a green room in my grandma's house. Yeah, so all green, all the furniture, she likes green, so, lucky me, nothing behind me, see? So I get to be in Max Headroom's room for this interview. Yeah.
Now, Benny, you're a more recent streamer. You started, what was it, February?
February 1.
Yeah.
2016.
The distant future.
And Kintinue, you've been streaming for a year now, and you both got partnered this year, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How has everything changed for you since getting partnered, if anything at all?
Do you want to go first, Benny, or do you want me?
Okay. Well, I make money. No, didn't make the money before. Let's see. What did meet just crazy girl with the crazy hair up there? No, but don't take it seriously. Don't. That hair, look at that. Well, you can't see what.
I mean, but you both have such gorgeous plumage, if I may. I can only imagine that
What, am I a bird now? He's a quaff, my friend. You maybe no, this is swab.
Yes, it's true. It's absolutely.
You take the Purvey because the Purvey lets you get it worked in there. Like, look at that. This is the best. You don't even know, man. You should try that.
I can't imagine. I cannot relate.
A lot better.
I can only imagine that at least the Twitch revenue allows you both to pay for the expensive hair care products that keep you both so shimmering.
Did you not just hear me say suave?
Green apple, or because I feel like that's the classic suave scent. Green. I imagine you smell like apples.
No, we just smell like apple. Jump into the suave bed.
So partnership, I mean, let's talk a little bit more about that. All jokes aside, partnership, obviously, I imagine it's a great opportunity, but for you guys, you know, I suppose getting the subscriber button and getting the opportunity to sort of showcase your work, do you ever feel any pressure that Twitch has sort of trusted you with you know, their platform and the content that you make? Do you ever feel any bit of stress to sort of keep up the quality now that you've got this official title and you've sort of made it to the next level?
I mean, for me, this was one of our goals. This was like, we've got a lot of long-term goals that are in the future, but for me, this was kind of like solidifying that everything that we were doing and working for was legitimate, and like that it was actually going somewhere and was important. And I mean, because my community is amazing. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. They've been backing me from the get-go. We've been very, very lucky with such a strong community. So for me, it was just kind of like for them more than anything, because I wanted to prove that we had done something and that we had made it. And it was kind of more, it was mainly that for me. And now it allows us to do a lot more that I'm really excited for. And there's so many different opportunities that we may or may not have been able to do without the Twitch button and without the subscription and without the Twitch backing. Personally, I'm honored that Twitch would feel that we produce quality content and we've got such a great community backing us, and they're so trusting in that they would give us that opportunity, because it's expensive to partner someone. Twitch has a lot of back-end costs that they have to pay for when they partner people, and I think people forget that sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Benny, what about you?
Can I just say, I just realized everybody's over there. I'll put everybody over here. I've been talking over here this whole time. Why? Okay. Well, so, what was the question?
I don't know that it matters anymore, Benny. No, it was about
what has changed, right?
Yeah.
What has changed?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly.
let me think. Well, now I take everything more seriously. Before it was just like, this is a funny joke. Benny streaming, nobody gonna believe it. But now, like, my mom very proud. So, but me, like, every time I lose a follower or a subscriber, I take it very seriously. And I think, what did Benny do wrong? What did Benny do wrong? Well, maybe Benny not playing so well. And so, like, I tried harder for everything now. What I wouldn't have before.
Is it hard for you to sort of I mean, you talk about how, you know, it's when you get into a business like this, it's easy to sort of focus on the people you lost as opposed to the people you gain. In fact, I think there's a whole psychological thing about like you need like 12 compliments for every negative comment that you get. And I feel like that's kind of true online. You know, if you gain 10 people but you lose one, you sort of maybe get a little bit too focused on that. Is it hard for you to sort of focus on the positives as opposed to the negatives, because obviously both of your streams are growing, otherwise Twitch wouldn't have thrown partnership your way?
I mean, I think that's just human nature, like you said. I think that for me, that's about to be my thing, because like my first month of partnership's ending soon, so I'm preparing for anything that's going to come from that. I think that's just human nature. Like I think as people, we do see the negatives more, like they hurt more than the positives sometimes, and I think part of, at least for me, I've noticed that I'm able to accept the love more now than I used to be, if that makes any sense. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it's actually made it easier to receive positive reception. Whereas Benny, it sounds like for you, maybe you're a little bit more focused on sort of, you know, fixing the things that you perceive maybe you didn't do quite so well.
Yeah, because this was not a job for me. Mm-hmm. Well, now it is, you know, but before it was just fun. Benny played the game. Benny put the art card down. And Benny, you taste them like steel and stuff. You know, that's funny. And people laugh. But now it's like, whoa, now you got to really do it. You better be good. You better not suck. You're going to suck a lot, but you better not. You know? Like,
yeah, no.
That's pressure.
Because like I don't want to lose people either. Yeah, I definitely, like, the negatives do hurt too. Like I think trolls and stuff like that, you know, they happen, and we learn to adjust with it. It's just I've noticed like I'm prepping for that. Like Benny's been through that first month, and Benny's been through all those changes, and I haven't yet. So when that hits, like I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Sort of brace yourself emotionally, right?
Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
I was petrified, just thinking how I'd live without you by my side.
Oh.
But then I'm sorry.
What? I was setting you up for a joke, and then you turned the joke around on me. I can't work with this girl. Why did you even guess?
For those of you who didn't see the production work that went into it, Benny has very exacting standards. This was no small feat. He has a trailer. He has craft services. It was a whole ordeal, but we appreciate you, Benny.
It's a very serious thing.
It's a serious
Do you think this backdrop just came free? No. Benny had to buy time here.
Now, Benny, that you talked about how it's a job for you. Now you sort of have to, quote unquote, you know, take it seriously. And certainly, I'm sure that there's stuff in the back end that does sort of need to be taken seriously. But you know, do you think that maybe there's some space for you guys to grow even without having to specifically focus on growth because of your unique nature in the Twitch sphere? Because, like you said, whereas a lot of people sort of do gameplay, maybe they get a little bit angry, maybe they're a little bit of a troll, and they can be a little bit sardonic. You guys have this really positive thing, and that seems to be a growing thing on Twitch. What do you think?
Well, for sure. So, for me especially, it's all about, you know, and I fail sometimes at this, but keep the message right, you know? Mm-hmm. The message that, it's just a game. You know, it's just a game. And, there's a way you can react. You can be mean, you can be, you know, sarcastic, you can blame other people. But that's not right. The right way is to, you know, be positive. Admit you make a mistake. Admit when you fail. Admit that you can, and admit that not everybody has the same knowledge you got, you know? That's important. But Benny sometimes forget that. And I see it other people do. And I see why people do. And every time Benny does, he tries to apologize. You know, because it's not right. That's not the message I want to send. So, yeah. What were we talking about again?
You nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it. I mean, just talking about you know, you say you have to take it seriously, but both of you have to have a really solid sort of built-in positive message that I think could really benefit.
Burritos are good. Chicken wings are good. This is my message.
Mm-hmm. Chicken wings are good?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Benny actually told me that before he started streaming, all he did was eat chicken wings with his mum. So.
Was it hard to get the grease out of your fur? Because I feel like that would become problematic.
Are all these questions going to be about my fur?
No, I'm sorry.
He's just
right.
so very focused.
You look soft, all right? It's just, I can't.
He just wants to touch you.
I just need a hug, all right? I haven't had a hug all week.
Because it's convenient for me. I look this way for you.
And now continue. Same question. You know, you guys are talking about how there's a business aspect and there's growth to think about and stuff like that. But do you ever feel find some confidence in the fact that you have a positive message that is sort of underrepresented in Twitch at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's really important about that. And that's why I think Benny and I get along so well. I mean, because just like he said, we make mistakes and sometimes we get upset and we want to resort to that. But we have to remember that it's all for fun. Like, we're always having fun. And I've said from the beginning, if this stops being fun and this becomes something that makes me sad or miserable or anything like that, I'll walk away. But I love this so much, and my community has been just absolutely incredible. And I want people to have fun. I want people to come in and be like, this is nice. This is different. I don't feel, horrible. I can goof off here and I don't feel uncomfortable and nobody's saying anything that's, mean or whatever. And I just really like that. And we'd have people that float in and, they do that, but that's cool. Like, whatever. I want it to be fun, and I want it to stay fun for everybody, and that's why I think Benny and I get along so well with that.
Well, that's like my policy is that somebody can come in and say something about Benny. That's fine. Benny knows who Benny is, but you come in and you make fun of people in my chat. No good. It's fine. That's the policy. My mod sometimes they'll stop somebody. Oh, you look like a smurf. You're big, Big Bird, just sitting like that. And then the mother shut them down. I'll be like, no, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know who I am. Come on.
And it seems to work, because like the people in your chat, I became a Benny Factor, if you will, a subscriber to your channel a couple weeks ago, and I stuck around for a while, and it was so cool because everybody in your chat was just like you're talking about. They were welcoming, they were supportive. I could instantly start a conversation with those people, and even like I was subscribed to your Discord channel, or I don't know how Discord works. Do you subscribe? Do you follow? Whatever you do. I Discorded your channel.
You
and
conjunctuate.
What's that?
Conjunctuate.
I conjunctuated your Discord channel. And I noticed that everybody there is very positive. Is it how much of your work in streaming would you say is gameplay? What percentage would you say is gameplay, and what percentage would you say is sort of monitoring the chat and making sure that you're growing and cultivating that sort of culture around your channel?
You got this one.
Oh, I've got this one? You want me to take this one? Oh, okay.
How about that?
I think like a lot of it is gameplay, but I'm really goofy. I'm terrible at games. I'm like, actually when we find games that I'm good at, the whole chat's like, this is bad. She's actually good at this. This is going to be a problem. But like, I've got an amazing mod team behind me, and they make sure that everything's, kept really awesome. And we try really hard to just make sure that everybody's happy and having fun. And I think probably, I mean, a large percentage of what we do is gameplay, obviously. But a lot of it is just ensuring that people are happy and people are having fun and enjoying their time. So, whoa, that's a lot of hearts. Sorry.
Wow, yeah. Just saw the chat. There are a lot of hearts in chat. Love it.
But continue. Benny makes sure that he come in every once in a while to let everybody know just how bad Kintinue is.
He does. He will come in my chat on a regular basis and let me know how bad I am at games. And he tells me a lot of times that I need to hire someone else to play the games for me. Or what was the one you did that made me laugh really hard? I don't remember. There's so many of them. I love it. It makes me happy. Benny Benny gives me a really hard time about how bad I am at games.
I think that really your operation is two people.
It is.
You are on the camera, and then there's another person playing the game. But
that's how it works.
Oh no, Benny!
We lost Benny's camera.
Benny,
we
he's
lost
gone.
Anyway, I'd love to expound on that a bit while we're on the topic, because what we talk about, there's a lot of talk in this about being bad at games.
Yeah.
And before the show, we were talking about, I was talking to our production guy and his production peon about being bad at games, and about how, like, when you compare, because we do esports here at .esports, I know, shocker, and one of the things that we often notice is that there's a lot of, there are professionals, and then there's people out there who want really badly to be professionals, and yet they're still so far from being professional. But in the process, what they do is they sort of delete fun from the equation. And I feel like one of the great things about watching people who take, who play the games for fun, who are openly okay with being bad at a game, is it sort of reminds people on Twitch, a community that's known for sort of promoting good gameplay, that it's not all about that. It's a lot of it is about being okay with being bad at games, because that was never the point, to be good at games in the first place. That's a really cool culture to build. And I feel like there was a question in there somewhere, but I just decided
completely
to
lost your train of thought.
just shower you guys with love instead. So you're welcome.
I just want to say a quick hi to Scarfino. He's hanging out in chat. So hello Scarfino.
Say hello to Scarfino.
He loves you, Benny. Hi.
Now, one thing I did want to talk to you guys about, and this is going to be our Twitch topic for the week, is Twitch recently sort of decided to get rid of a bunch of emotes that streamers had on their channels, things that they thought were inappropriate, like butts. And Scarfino reminded me of this. It was butts. There were a few other things, but it was mostly butts. What do you guys think about Buttgate 2016?
Hashtag Buttgate.
I know that there were a lot that they got rid of. Like I told you guys earlier, actually, he's in the chat right now. W. Greats' butt survived the butt purge of 2016. But a lot of it was. It's interesting to me that they were taken and other ones are still around, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, were they a problem? Like, I don't know.
This was a big setup to show everybody that WAG rates was the butt of the joke.
Oh.
Kudos to Twitch for the longest running joke.
No, I think you bring up a great point, because we got rid of butts, but Benny, I'll throw it to you. Were they a problem? I mean,
Wonderful pooping.
What's that?
They're fine. They're for pooping. What's you laughing?
Can you run the show?
Did I ruin the show?
Need an adult. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Come back. Come on.
What?
We're back, guys. We're back. We needed a second.
A quick technical difficulty. The host and guest seem to be broken.
In and out, but not, not when the butt's full.
Continue. We've heard Benny's take on the situation. I'll let you answer your own question. Were butts a problem? Did you tune in? Did you see lyric piss and get triggered? Did you see corgi butts and get upset? I mean, is this the kind of thing? That's gonna do it for us, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll try to focus on the meat of the issue, the butts. And that's the.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm done. Get out of here.
I think this will be my last show on Twitch.
All right. Okay. Back to the point.
Please write the shit. Okay, so Twitch is obviously worried about moving forward, becoming a bigger entity, and people seeing butts. New York Times reports about butt emotes. Were butts ever going to be the problem for Twitch as they got bigger?
I don't think so. I mean, we've had Gasm forever. Mm-hmm. It's never been an issue. Like, I mean, I remember when I first started on Twitch and I was like, does that say Gasm? That's allowed?
Oh, crap. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And that was something that was brought up in a few of the Discords that we're in, especially in my Discord. There were a few people that and they're talking about it in chat right now, about that we were kind of like, well, why are we getting rid of butts and not getting rid of, X, Y, or Z? To me, it's not a problem. I mean, we've got... As long like my concern would be like, hey, let's not have racist or homophobic or religious demeaning type things, like anything like that. Let's not have those should stay away. Like butts, really? Is that I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I could see, well, like you said, if New York Times was like to come in, but what are they going to say about our gasm emotes? What are they going to say about our lewd emotes or anything like that? So. But again, don't get rid of those, please. Like, don't.
Kintinue advocates for greater censorship in butt emo.
Let me play devil's avocado here for a second.
Play devil's avocado. I'm listening.
Devil's avocado. Okay.
Okay.
We speak about this, but look at us. This is not a very diverse crowd. 3 white people and a blue monster. This doesn't bother us. But what about other culture?
Fair.
You know, maybe they want to branch into, like, I don't know, the butt people of butt planet. I don't know. What?
The butt people of butt planet.
Maybe.
No,
I don't want to think that I'm the only one that got the opinion, and then my opinion is the only one that matters. Because I don't have all the information.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, but I think you bring up a great point, Benny, because if we're addressing issues in Twitch, right? If we're going to talk about stories that are going to become New York Times fodder or USA Today fodder or other great respectable American papers, what is butts the problem when for example, like a Hearthstone player, a black Hearthstone player faces like rampant racial slurs and stuff like that on the stream. It's just if we're gonna talk about resolving issues, maybe instead of focusing on a dog's butt, maybe the community work should be spent figuring out how to deal with issues of intolerance and things like that in the community. Which, once again, I think it's worth saying that that's a much bigger issue. You can't just ban Kappa and racism goes away forever. That's not.
I think it's worth taking a moment to focus on a single thing that you just said. Focusing on a dog's butt, it's not recommended. Don't do it.
So, segueing away from butts, Twitch also announced this week that it was going to be cracking down on 7 of the most popular view-botting sites. Now, view-botting and follow-botting and chat bots have been a big issue recently
keep
on
in mind,
Twitch.
We're saying bots, not butts.
Not butts.
We're done
no
with
more
butts,
butts.
now we're talking about bots.
Bots.
Yes, very different.
What do you guys think about Twitch suing these sites?
I'm glad.
I think continuous viewership is gonna hurt.
Knock your smug smile off your face.
Okay then.
I think it's about darn time, to be honest. Like, I can't believe. Damn it, Benny. No, I think it's time. I mean, we've got a lot of friends who have been affected for partnership because of that. I mean, it's a big problem. Like, especially when people do it to you, and I mean, even if you're doing it, don't do it. First of all, like, why?
Genuine.
Like, why would you do that? But the thing is there are people out there who have lost partnership opportunities. There's people out there who have been, had problems with that, and these companies are profiting off of it. So I think that it's great. I think that it's wonderful. I think it's long overdue, and I'm really happy that it's happening. I don't see I think it's great. So
I think if you're a Twitch streamer and you're using a service like that, the only person you're hurting is yourself.
Exactly.
Nobody else knows, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now, guess who has to do the math, sucker? You gotta figure out who the real people are.
Exactly.
Or you're streaming to I'm streaming to this button that this guy made in his basement. Whoa.
Well, I've got all these little imaginary bots hanging out.
Now, how do I know my metrics all right? See, look, I use metrics in a sentence.
You did great.
That was beautiful. Yeah. No, I think if we're talking about Twitch sort of looking out for its community, I think that suing botting sites is actually a great place to start because I don't have evidence, nor am I going to name specific names about people who are view botting because I don't know. But if there are people out there who are inflating their view count, the way that Twitch's site is structured, that you have to scroll down to find channels, those people get boosted up in that slideshow, if you will, of streamers. And so imagine the streamers that could have gotten viewership because maybe they had a visually interesting stream or they had a cool concept, and instead they're getting sort of buried by these people who are using viewbotting. So if we want to talk about taking care of the community, I think this is a great step to sort of get rid of that clutter in the middle of the Twitch lineup and see if we can get some other channels to sort of rise to the top organically. Because that's what Twitch has always been about, isn't it? It's about discovery. And when you're sort of muddying that picture of discovery, I think that's when it becomes a serious issue.
Yeah, and I got a message to anybody who wanted to use them. How about just make a better stream? Yeah, get creative and do something different.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's
That is a perfect way to sum it up.
The furry blue
just
truth.
be better.
Yeah, just do better. Like, and I'm sure there are people out there who are frustrated. You know, people are frustrated. Why don't I have more viewers yet? Why, you know, if I was so good, then I would be, you know, lyric level right now. But the fact is, like, that's not how it works. You have to put out a good product, and it has to be there for a while.
But the thing about botting is, it's not just about you. Like, a lot of people bot other people, and specifically to ruin their chat. Like, a lot of people will do it in racist ways, and it just completely ruins someone's day.
I didn't know that robots can be racist.
Benny is mostly upset
robots can be racist.
Service that he set up is now shut down.
What was that, Benny?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
Don't worry, guys. You'll be able to catch the VOD after the fact. So, I mean, I don't think there's anybody out there who would say that this is a bad thing. This is a waste of Twitch's time or anything like that, is there? I mean, pretty universally, we're all decided that botting is bad.
Yeah.
Not botting is good.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of the botters.
And the best.
And the what?
And what?
The Bastion. He's a bot.
No, we're keeping Bastion.
We need no. I actually agree that we need to get rid of Bastion. If we're gonna get rid of bad bots, Bastion needs to go. I'm talking about spam.
Yeah, you need a Genji.
I'll stick with Genji. Can I keep Genji, Benny? Can I keep Genji?
Yeah, because he gets rid of the Bastion.
Okay, we'll keep Genji.
That's a counter.
Genji's not a robot though. Genji's a person.
Yeah.
He's a cyborg.
I mean,
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like half. He's not really one or the
Because
other.
I wondered how blades could come out of his hand if he's a person, because that would be painful. Just ask Wolverine. Anyway, guys, thank you for weighing in on these extremely important issues. We appreciate your input. As always, it's great to hear from the community about things like this, because you're the ones directly affected by this. You know, certainly a lot to talk about. Let's move on to the back half of the show, and this is where we like to sort of invite chat participation. Guys, you've been watching Kintinue and BennyFits the entire show. Now's your chance to reach out to them. We will be taking chat questions, and our producers will do the best they can to capture those. We'll ask them to our viewers. But in the meantime, we've got some fun questions for you guys. You want to kick us off, Syra?
Yeah. So one of the first things I wanted to ask is we have some funny/embarrassing moments to show you guys. So we'll start off with Kintinues, and then if you want to explain the situation to us.
Which one?
We've actually got it up on stream now.
Oh, this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my fiance thought it would be funny to sneak in on me while playing, because I normally play in a dark room. I didn't think anything of it. He snuck in with one of my Halloween masks on and scared me so bad I started crying. And be quiet, Casper. I will fight you. Casper, this is my entire stream. But no, yeah, it made me cry. It was terrifying and it was super embarrassing, but it was hilarious. And yeah, it was awesome. It was the thing that happened.
Yeah, it went for quite a while.
It was just nothing but tears for quite a while.
And now, Benny, you've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently, so we've got a clip from one of your Overwatch games here.
Oh, but I was afraid it was going to be my nip slip. Climb the wall.
Attackers incoming.
Did he climb the wall?
Hanzo, climb the wall! You'll never get out of boot camp if you do not climb the wall. That is the whole thing. You climb the wall.
Benny.
Climb the wall, Hanzo. Come on. This is what I struggle, guys. Don't laugh at my misfortune.
So, Benny, tell us about this nip slip then.
No, I was eating some chocolate nip. And very embarrassing.
Now, Benny, tell us a little bit about your wardrobe, because you have a fairly amazing wardrobe. How do you decide what you're going to wear every day?
It's fabulous.
I reach in the drawer and grab a shirt to put it on.
Hey, that's what I do. Yes, but
I'm a dude. I could go shirtless and Twitch would just shut me down.
That is true.
That's a fair point. We do have a question from Dracnus the 10th, and I know, Benny, I've sort of unfairly talked about your fur an awful lot on this broadcast, but Dracnus the 10th wants to know, can you guys give us your hair care tips to keep Kintinue, in your case, your hair, and Benny, in your case, your fur, healthy and vibrant?
Well, my Patreons get to vote on my hair color each month. We choose a certain set, like there's usually anywhere from 6 to 8 different colors they can choose from. And then I go about once every 6 weeks, and my stylist uses a type of brand, and it works out great. It sticks really well. I don't wash it in hot water. I wash it, like every other day or so. And then whenever it's time to start changing out the color, I just shampoo the snot out of it for a while until it's easier to lift. And then she doesn't have to bleach it a lot. This is actually the healthiest my hair's ever been.
Really?
So it's amazing. It's really, really cool. But yeah, Benny's hair care routine is probably some work.
Intensive, I would imagine.
Okay, I think we covered it a little bit, but we'll do this now. Okay, this is how you do. First, you buy the swab. Don't buy the expensive stuff. Just buy the swab, the cheap stuff. Get like $2 get you 5 gallons. It's cheap. It's cheap. Okay, then you take that stuff. You get one of them puffies. The girls you look, I'm using Dove, and I'm all look creamy and nice. Look how nice skin is. Get one of them. Put the swab in the jar. You will come out looking excellent. That's how you get it on the scalp. Well, you scrub really good with that.
And you don't worry about dandruff or anything like that?
Who is he? I'm more worried about Trump than dandruff right now.
Hot political takes by BennyFits.
He would not be deported.
You don't want to be deported? Is that what you said, Benny?
Under the bed or something, wherever the people think they come from.
Well, now we know why Benny is blue. Our next question comes to us from Memphistomorit. I'm so sorry. That's clearly not how you pronounce that name, but I did my best, and that's all that matters. Who asked, Kintinue, who is that from the little bucket peering over your shoulder?
This is Suds. So Suds, when I was... Okay, do we want the whole story of where Suds...
Yeah.
Please, yeah.
We want it. We want all of it.
Well, when I was little... Hi, Benny. When I was little, my parents like to remind me of this, that I really wanted an industrial yellow mop bucket. Like that was the cool thing. From like as long as I can remember, every Christmas I asked for a mop bucket just like that, and they never would get me one because they thought it was funny. And as I got older, they would joke about it, be like, ha ha ha, you wanted that mop bucket, isn't that funny? And then we were playing Dead Space 2, and I mentioned that story, and the stream started a donation train to buy me the mop bucket, which is now flooded in the chat. So we had the mop bucket for a really long time. I could never come up with a name, and then Benny came in one day and was like, oh, it's Suds. And it's Suds McKinty, and Suds is our Christmas tree. Suds is our holiday decoration. Suds is everything. Suds is awesome. Actually, Mep is actually working on some tiny Suds for us to give away at some point. So I'm really, really excited. But yeah, that's the story of Suds.
If you make plush Suds, I will literally meet you at TwitchCon and throw money at you. Like just
take it.
Just all of it.
We've got some. He's 3D printing some plastic ones for us, and then I'm working on getting some plush ones made. So I'm really, really excited.
Prepare to have money thrown at and toward you.
As long as it's not coins.
No, it'll be bills.
I feel like Twitch may or may not kick you out of TwitchCon if you start throwing coins at streamers.
It's a bunch of quarters.
Take my roll of quarters.
And that's why I'm banned from the Austin Strip Club. Now, Benny, you had a hand in naming Suds, did you not?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought, he's a mop.
You mentioned that. I apologize. You
yeah, he's blanking.
I'm sorry.
But explain your thought process.
So, in the 80s, there was a character named Spuds McKenzie. He's a little dog for Budweiser, right? And I thought, oh, well, a mop bucket is a bucket full of suds. So, Suds McKenty.
You make it sound so easy, and yet I wouldn't have thought of that.
I was like, where are you going with this? It sounds like you've got some epic story.
Call him yellow
also,
soap.
it looks like we've got Suds in chat. So,
Yeah.
hi, Suds.
I don't know why her butt is not Suds McKenty.
Well, because you named him like a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
Actually, too, it was really funny. I sent Benny, I was like, Benny, I wanted to let you know. And I sent him a picture of the emote. And I was like, I've submitted this for an emote. And he was like, if you didn't name it Suds, I'm going to be disappointed. And I was like, I made it Bucket.
It's a mascot, like a Benny. Benny's the mascot for anything he's playing.
Yep.
That should be the mascot of anything that Kintinue is playing. Get on it. Come on. This is just simple business. Gee.
You could probably, like, the way that, like, if you played Dark Souls, you can make your character look like so if you just play Dark Souls, make your killer character yellow, give him big googly eyes, and then Suds can literally play Dark Souls. I would watch that. Anywho, bad idea. Let's just get all the bad ideas out of the way first, so we can just get them off the table. Now, you guys are variety streamers. One of the questions we like to ask people about is, what are you playing right now, and what are you excited to play later in the year? Benny, you've obviously played some Overwatch. What are you looking forward to playing this year?
No Man's Sky. I look for that
Yes.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when you play that, what else? Well, I can't think of anything else that's coming out this year. But that Horizon for the PlayStation. I look forward to
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Stream that, well, you better believe it. I mean, a female protagonist that is strong just because she's strong, not because she's like, I'm going to do a thing that a man would do. I like that. I like, when you just write people like people. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
just for that, I'll play that game.
Aww.
That's awesome.
What do you think, Kintinue?
I don't think it comes out this year, but Resident Evil 7. I'm so excited. I got to play it at E3, and it was
Is that the one
awesome.
that's coming out for VR as well?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to play it on VR?
I don't know because we're both very interactive with our communities and our chat, and I'm worried that unless I do like an overlay, I'm not going to be able to interact with my chat as well. So I may just play it in the dark, scary, just regular style, and then in the future play it with VR. The VR is terrifying. Like it was more like my hands and like regular things that scared me than the actual jump.
Oh god, my hands!
But no, I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for Technomancer, which is allowed to come out on the 28th on Twitch. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to those. And right now we're doing our regular Sunday Fun Day. Yes, Outlast 2.
Oh,
Outlast 2.
I was just going to bring that up. Super excited for Outlast 2.
Outlast 2 and the Friday the 13th game. I'm very excited for both of those.
Hopefully it's better than the NES version. Are you like me that when somebody announces a horror game, you're like, I cannot wait to watch someone else play that?
No, I'm like, I cannot wait to play that and cry on stream.
Crazy.
No, I'm just, we do, on Mondays, we play, that's all we do is horror games. And so for me, I'm always looking for something new and exciting that kind of isn't the same old, just, this is a really hard puzzle. How can I like fight with this puzzle for 4 hours and make it entertaining? So that's why Dead by Daylight, I think, was such a big hit for so many people, because it's fun, it's scary, it's creepy. So yeah, I love the scaries. So yeah.
Benny, have you ever considered doing like a Halloween marathon? I mean, you're already you could put on a costume, you'd look amazing.
That's the plan already.
You're gonna do Halloween.
You are starting the thing like Benny. So the thing with this, like the scary game, but the Benny try not to play them too much because I don't want to limit my audience. I got a lot of people that are like, oh, my kids want you. Well, I don't want to play too many like mature or scary or bloody game because I don't want to scare the kids.
Aww.
I'm streaming not for the kids, but if your kids watch, I want to make sure that they get a nice experience.
Sure.
Yeah.
They would not have a good experience with Outlast 2.
So,
I wouldn't have a good experience.
they should probably not watch Benny in October.
Okay.
Just let
I
him know.
will try. I'll try
I'm
to avoid your
excited.
stream in October then.
Do you what? And then that leads to my
Otherwise,
next
I'll
question.
probably cry every day.
Let's go like your kids.
Do you have no? Are you gonna have a Halloween costume, or should we look forward to Phantom of the Opera, Benny, or?
Many costume.
Many costumes. Are we gonna have a
What?
different one every day?
Well, maybe not every day. Not 1 week we're gonna do one every day, but this is a secret. There's a special thing about that week.
Ooh,
Okay.
this is very exciting.
I'm
like
excited.
actually
I
like.
know. I'm gonna tune in just to see what your costume is, and then I'll immediately stop so I don't cry.
You just have to pause it so you don't have to see any of the scary stuff. Just be like,
Okay.
And his costume is okay. We're done.
I'm good.
Really
I'm
scary
out.
games, like Grim Fandango, really scary games.
I'm excited for Benny's plans in October.
Now you're also both gonna be at TwitchCon.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
What are you excited for?
I'm excited to get to meet everybody. I think for me, I've gotten to meet quite a few people from our community, and that's amazing. So that's one of my main things is a lot of our community is going. So I'm going to get to meet them and hang out with them, and I'm going to get to pester Benny a little and all that jazz. But there's so many awesome people that are going to be at TwitchCon, and that's one of the cool things about it. I'm also excited to meet some other partners. I'm excited to get to come and see some of the panels. I'm going to poke Casper. I don't know if he's still out there or Greats. I'm going to poke them. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool people that are going to be there. So I'm excited. And like I said, excited for the panels and stuff.
Real quick interjection before we get too far from the topic. Fuzzball Plays just mentioned the greatest concept in the history of gaming, and that's Five Nights at Benny's. And that just needs to like curing cancer, curing world hunger. Like there are things in the world that need to happen. I feel like that's on the list.
Weekend at the Benny's.
We can, but that's not scary. We can do Five Nights at Benny. We're you pop through the window and go, "Hello." That's
With the
worst Benny impression. That was the best I could do. That was my Benny impression. Really? Let's just can we edit that out in post? All right, cool. Benny, what are you excited about for TwitchCon?
Oh, so there's a couple people I want to meet, one-on-one. Shake your hand, say hello. But I'm actually kind of scared.
Why?
I don't know anybody. What if I meet people and they're like, what are you doing here, short guy?
Short guy.
We'll keep you safe, Benny.
You make such
A lot
fast
of people
friends
come in,
though.
they're like, what is this? They act like they've never seen a monster before.
You need to bring little stickers that just says "I'm a friend with BennyFits."
Yes.
And just hand it out to everyone, and everyone
Yes.
will want to be your friend.
I will
And then
bankroll
you're
that.
sorted.
Hello, my name is Friend with Benefit.
Benny, I would not anticipate you having any trouble making friends
Yeah.
at TwitchCon. You've already got 3 right here in the broadcast, so please, it's gonna be fine.
What about you guys?
Yeah, are you guys going to TwitchCon?
Are you guys gonna be my friend?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're already your friends,
obviously.
Benny. We are both friends with BennyFits.
It's true. It's true.
Sounds really awkward to say out loud sometimes.
I want that sticker.
I really want that sticker. But anyways, if anyone in chat has any more questions for BennyFits or Kintinue, post them now and we will try to get to them.
Wait, we do. We
Oh
actually have
god,
one
we're
from
not asking that,
Wait.
Scarfino. Scarfino.
Come on,
Naughty
Scarfino.
Scarfino.
You can see it in the
Bad,
chat.
Okay.
bad
The
Scarfino.
sink. I'm gonna be a rebel and say the sink.
Wait, what was that?
What?
Oh my god.
What?
All
You
right.
don't even have to ask it. Alright, the sink.
He said the sink.
Oh. Benny.
The people watching this on YouTube afterwards are going to be very confused. We'll try
Not
to.
true. But it's funny.
Scarfino asked a very inappropriate question for everyone not watching this live.
Mr. Pound Sign wants to know: can we get "Hello, I'm a friend with BennyFits" T-shirts?
Oh, this is a good idea.
This is a good.
Thank you. I'm gonna steal it and make it into shirts that I sell and take money.
And I will buy one. Because it's never be sure.
I will.
only have
We
one
need,
I
yeah,
Look,
Obviously.
we need
this
those.
one.
And continue. You can make sure to say. You can
Get
make sure
somebody
to
to
say.
design that shirt.
Please continue.
Please, that's oh my god, guys,
That's
too
like
many,
the whole
Hold on,
so many
sorry.
puns.
Are we broadcasting this T-shirt brainstorming meeting live? Because we weren't supposed to. So we're looking. We don't have a ton of time left, guys. We want to talk a little bit about what we should expect from you guys in the coming couple months. You talked a little bit about your plans for October, Benny, and then continue. You're obviously we're I'm sure constantly looking at the games that you're going to play next. What's coming up next for you guys? What should we expect, or what should we get excited about for your streams in the coming couple months?
Oh, no pressure. No.
No. Impress me.
I got
me.
the plan. I can tell you.
Go, Benny, go.
Okay, I give you a chance to think
Thank you.
without the pressure.
Thank you.
Okay, so next month I'm gonna start doing some let's plays on YouTube. Like find a game and just play it and let you watch. Then you don't have to be the stream all the time. You get to see the let's play, and then I'm gonna try to put a schedule together so that when you come, you don't have to watch the same game all the time. You know what's coming. That and maybe about the website. Do you need a whole web to do that, or just the site?
Just
I
the
don't know
site.
what
The-
it is.
the
You
web-
only need the site,
Yeah, the
Benny.
web comes
you don't
with it,
need the
Benny.
web. Yeah,
You
yeah.
provide the site, they'll provide the web. It's a handy system.
Do I mail that to people?
Yes.
Mail it. Okay.
Just make sure you add enough
I'll put
postage.
it.
Yeah. You need to buy a bunch of stamps.
Like sniffy, the smelly, the scratch and sniff ones.
If you want to.
Preferably, yes.
They have to be apple though, right?
They do, of course. They have
Because
to be green
Benny
apple.
and apples. Yeah.
Yes, obviously.
Smells like apples.
Well, like an iPad.
I mean, if you want to mail a bunch of people iPads and invite them to your website,
I'm betting you'd
I'm
increase
sure
your
you will.
It's
viewership.
getting too expensive. Oh.
So website's out. Too many iPads. Continue. What are your plans for the next couple months?
Well, actually, there were some things that were brought up in chat, too, that reminded me. So first of all, in October, we've got some stuff planned for Halloween, like always. We're going to be doing a big bunch of awesome for Outlast 2 when it releases. But one of the things that we're kind of working on that's been really hush-hush that I'm totally okay with talking about now is our community is going to start doing, like, a good deeds type program where if you do, like, you come in and you do, like, basic good deeds, nothing major. I'm not saying, like, go out and, do anything super amazing, but like, hold the door, or like help your parents with their groceries, or like little
Don't
things.
pick your nose in public.
Don't pick your nose in public. Give a monster a hug. Stuff like that, like little things. So we want to start doing like a good deeds
Wash your
program. Yeah, wash your hands. Don't lick the sidewalk. I don't know. Like, where's we going?
Yeah, that's good advice.
Sorry.
Universally.
But yeah, we're going to be introducing the program along those lines with different perks and benefits and things that just to kind of sort of give back as a community, because
Whoa.
Hey, listen.
Branding.
Yes, we can clean up the community with suds.
You cannot use the word benefit.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, we want people to be proud of what they're doing and celebrate and, be proud of each other. And that's a big thing, too, with our community is they treat each other so nice. So we'll be, like, doing giveaways and little things like that. And we have some other cool stuff that we're working on that I'm pretty excited about. But everything, simple, because one of the first things that we did streaming-wise was a fundraiser. Like, that was part of the reason, too, that I decided to go with streaming, is I wanted to be to a point where I felt comfortable doing charity streams. And so that was that's a big part of our community, and that's why we want to give back in smaller ways that may not necessarily be financial. So yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Well, if you guys are watching in chat, be sure to follow their streams and to watch those things come to be. Expect your free iPad in the mail from BennyFits. Hopefully with scratches and stickers.
No.
I know. I mean, you didn't say that, Ben. You said you were going to do it. I mean, we're unfortunately running out of time. Do you guys have any final shout-outs or anything you want to say before we close up shop?
I want to shout out to Kintinue. She couldn't be here.
What?
What?
You are stymied now. Look at that.
You have stumped Kintinue. That much is clear. He said shout out to Kintinue because she couldn't be here.
I know that Kintinue girl. She's never around.
But she was only half here anyway.
This is true.
Really carried this show. Look at that.
Thanks for having me on, Benny. Thank you for everything. Because Benny's awesome.
Yeah, thank you to both.
Aww.
Do you guys need to hug it out?
High five, Benny. Benny, are you ready?
Ready?
1.
And if you're out there in TV land, put your hand on the glass now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. High five.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
If you want it to back up.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was
Thank
an absolute
you.
blast. A little too much fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Some might argue.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought multiple times. It's okay, we got there.
This is why we're trained professionals. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. Be sure to check them out over at twitch.tv/BennyFits and twitch.tv/Kintinue. Is it just Kintinue? Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's Kintinue. Guys, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you to all of you guys out there in the chat and watching at home who tuned in for this very special episode of Twitch Talk. We'd love to have you here. If you liked the show and you want to catch some of the better moments, go ahead and head over to youtube.com/daily.esports, and you can catch our VOD. Share it with your friends. Remember some of your best moments. It was obviously a good time had by all. Also, check out our esports coverage over on Facebook and Twitter. You know our name. You know how to find us. That's going to do it for us today, folks. I've been Ian J. Barker. This has been Cyril Muller. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.